Welcome everybody. UNH versus Nova. Rainbow Six Siege, little varsity action. First map going to be Clubhouse. First bans on the board gonna be Mira and Habana. Pretty standard bans for Clubhouse. That Black Mirror especially is just very good for those open sight lines. You're gonna see Kaid be the next ban for UNH. Getting rid of some of that entries now early. Makes it harder to keep those hatches electrified. Meanwhile, Nova focusing in on taking out those hard breachers. They don't want to deal with any of it except the thermite. UNH hovering over a pretty standard comp here. You have your soft breacher with that ash, the entry with that thermite and the thatcher. Osa for those highway windows is always a good pick as well. Gonna have Nomad for a little bit of roam now. I lied. Drone phase gonna be underway here before this first round gets started. Doing some fine-tune adjustments here before they get underway. You see a couple swaps, bringing that fuse along.
5 seconds.
Stick to the basics, Noise. No need to get fancy.
But I have a new toy I want to try out.
No real focus on soft breach here. They do have the striker though, for that extra utility. Does seem like Nova's gonna be taking oh, it looks like it might be basement after all. Pretty odd pick for the first round here. A lot of teams like to go for that second floor.
Reload.
Especially to start off. Tuba on this fuse pick is gonna be pretty big now, especially considering the fact that he has all those soft floors to hit. Plenty of cluster charge opportunities here. Thatcher and Thermite, meanwhile, focusing in on this kitchen breach. First Blood's gonna go to Nova through the window. Demon falling to the Legion. Did get a good trade off through the soft there, trying to get some extra damage. Did get about half HP. No trade yet from UNH. Tuba did take a little bit of damage on Fuse as well.
Claymore deployed.
The diffuser has been recovered.
UNH did lose that hard breacher pretty early on here. That might hurt their attempts to breach a bit more. Especially getting those hatches open is a big part of this attack towards basement. Oh, Uguay does get that trade back now, finding that Legion and securing the kill. But meanwhile, doing a pretty good job with these cluster charges.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Looks like Maestro is going to find one onto the striker. Thatcher also going down. It looks like he's playing on that stairway there. Finds Tuba as well. Double kill for Nova here. Looks like it could transform into a 1v. Ooh, good trade there.
You're okay. Let's finish this.
2v3, under a minute to go. Diffuser down at the stairwell.
Covered.
Neither Thatcher or Osa has a lot of HP here. That Maestro shotgun just eats up health even in the body shots. Legion mines are something you're going to be very careful of here, as Osa does manage to actually go down to the Legion mine. Ooh, we're going to have to take time to revive here.
Diffuser is now secured.
Nitro cell from Nova doesn't find anybody, but time is ticking down to 15 seconds here. Not a lot of time for these last two attackers. Very rough, but I mean, it's a possible clutch situation. Uguay falling to the Warden. Looking for the trade on him to find it. Here the Nitro cell getting thrown, and it does find someone this time. Nova gonna walk away with the first round. Gonna take that basement early. off the board now, so they're forced to go onto that second floor. Maybe UNH has a better plan for that. Maybe they weren't expecting a basement first round. Second round gonna be underway here. Drone phase ticking down.
Cover me. Reloading.
Underway in full here. A lot of UNH going up towards this rooftop. Nova's gonna be on the second floor. Gonna have those castle barricades set up on highway window. Those OSHA shields are gonna be a big part of keeping Nova from being able to get those off angles on them. And while Tuba getting to work on these castle barricades, doing a little pre-fight here, trying to find one. Nearly finds one through the rotate there. The castle doing some good damage back onto him. Meanwhile, the Thermite and Thatcher duo getting that outside wall open on the balcony. Oh, the one tap through the pixel angle finds Tuba. Nova getting that first blood once again. UNH losing out on a lot of that sledge utility for these armored barricades. Seems like they want to focus out towards this balcony maybe. They do have that big entry there. Might be able to find one or two in a rotate. Swing around to peek into that bathroom. What a one tap from Uguay. Bringing it back to a 4v4. Meanwhile, the Bandit finding one on Osa through the highway. We're going to do a bit of droning here to maybe suss out where the rest of this Nova team is. As Demon finds one in the... does some damage to one of the ones in the bathroom. Trying to get an off angle in case they go for a repeat on that rotate. Starting to push in a bit. Uguay maybe getting a little bit aggressive. Castle on a far away angle, trying to get the head off Demon. Peeking out from office. Meanwhile, Finka rushes in, finds one, 3v3. Bandit finds a double kill on the Uguay. Bring it to a 2v3. Now Wamai finds one. Bandit falling to Thermite. Demon in the 1v2 for UNH who has diffuser. A minute on the clock. Looking for that rotation into office. Finds one more kill to equalize his round. It could be the first round for UNH. Proxy alarm's gonna rat Demon out on that rotate through logistics. Nearly finds the Wamai in construction, but is unable to connect. Time down to almost, or just past 30 seconds. Trying to push in towards this A site. Goyo looking the wrong way, falls. Spots Wamai in the construction rotate. They're both going to be playing around this reinforced wall. Demon doesn't look for the right way. The Wamai swings out, securing a second round for Nova. That was a 50-50 in that 1v1 there. Demon played it well, just took the wrong angle. Third round drone phase gonna be underway. UNH starting to get that set up. They're gonna probably see Nova playing in that server room, cache room. Do see a Cali getting brought out, which is a pretty interesting pick. They do spot Castle, making some rotates on that first floor. Might be a bit of a roam heavy comp from Nova here. Do you see them have that Chubrow for a bit of entry denial? Maybe no band. I heard the bandit there. Yeah, plenty of entry denial to stop UNH from opening up. There's outside walls, but UNH doesn't really have a set hard breacher here. They do have the Maverick. And he could get those hard walls down by running those lines across the top and the bottom with the blowtorch. Claymore is going to be set up out and kenneled to make sure that no runouts happen. Cali Utility, meanwhile, going to be used to destroy those bandit batteries early, giving Demon the chance to climb up on the wall and do exactly as I mentioned earlier. Do you see Flores taking a bit of damage early? Maybe a spawn peek or an early angle attack? Maverick does manage to get one of those walls open with the blowtorch.
Nice and quiet.
Just under 2 minutes to go yet, still a 5v5, a bit more of a slow approach here from UNH, taking their time to get some good angles before they start engagements. Spotting one through the softball on the catwalk, unable to find it, is Striker, just waiting for them to try to repeat that angle. It's going to be that Jaeger stuck on the catwalk. Does make it rotate out towards the corner of the catwalk. Gets a team kill onto the castle. That's a mistake that might cost Nova dearly. Early 5v4. Not early, as time actually ticks down to minute 15. UNH still has not breached onto the point yet, taking their time to try to find 1 or 2 more kills before they make a hard push as Tuba comes running up the staircase, flashes himself, but the flash also found the Azami, is able to secure that kill for 5v3. Tuba swinging around to spot 1 in the cash room, is able to make that rotate without dying. Uguay finding 1 on red stairs, make that 2, just take a little bit of friendly fire in the process. Last one's gonna fall to Tuba in cash room. UNH makes a comeback now, 1 to 2. A good collapse there by UNH. Everybody working together to push in at the same time. Good flashes from Tuba on that catwalk to secure that first kill they needed. Not counting that friendly fire kill that Nova did unfortunately suffer from. Next ban for UNH is going to be Azami. Meanwhile, Nova is just making sure that there's no hard breachers allowed in this game. They take out Maverick next, leaving only Thermite and then hard breach charges on various operators.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb.
You see Nova making a return towards that basement once again. They did win that. Did win that site in the first round.
5 seconds before insertion. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
UNH swapping up their lineup here a little bit from that first round. You see that Grim being brought out, maybe for a bit more information. Have that gridlock for some extra entry denial. Maybe they didn't like not having entry denial when that Maestro had flanked them from second floor. Looks like UNH might have been wizened up to that flank that happened on them last time as he started droning up this second floor, maybe trying to suss out that Maestro before he can come down and make a play.
New mag.
Do spot some Valkyrie cans being set up as well, so I have to be careful of those nitro cells from below on the soft floors. Just about 2 minutes left to go in the round. Still a 5v5. Units starting to push into the building here a bit, starting to work their way towards site. Grim and Striker both working out a garage. Gridlock in that storeroom. Some Strax Stingers getting tossed up and around here. It looks like UNH wants to focus maybe on blue hallway instead of trying to fight for bar like they did last time. No, maybe not. Maybe it looks like they want to focus on that bar area. Last two Track Stingers sounds like getting deployed. Grim's starting to get those hatches open with those hard breach charges. No Kaid from those bands they had initially. Time taking down to 1:15 here. UNH is going to have to start putting some extra pressure towards this site. Meanwhile, Tuba, with the first blood, finds one on the Maestro. Flores did take a little bit of damage, I assume, from that Maestro, but he's able to hang on. Trying to use some of these utility here to try to make themselves a better advantage as time ticks down to 1 minute. Good information from these Flores drones, making sure the church is almost completely clear, cutting off that double doorway from being breached with the explosion. Demon, meanwhile, they're looking for that flank down towards stairs. They did find that Maestro kill over here earlier. Once again, getting good utility usage out of those Flores drones. Time taking down to about 30 seconds. A swing from Bandit does find Gridlock, but is quickly shut right back down in the trade. Actually, sorry. Gridlock and Bandit both trading on that point. Time ticking out 25 seconds. A little bit of friendly fire from Uguay. Maybe not what they want right now, as they're starting to run low on time. Nitrocells from the strip club being thrown out. Looks like they're sussing out a flank, but they're gonna have to move with only 10 seconds left to go. As Grim falls to one, make that a double for their Warden, make that a triple.
One friendly operator remaining.
All left up on Striker versus Wamai, but he's not gonna be able to find that last kill. Wamai hiding behind the bomb to avoid being shut down. Looks like maybe a fat finger there on the cans. UNH goes down 1-3.
We need to locate a bomb. Seconds before insertion. In 5 seconds.
Fifth round underway. Nova's gonna be back up on that second floor. If I had to guess, it's gonna be that bedroom gym site. Once again, they did win that in that second round. UNH had it close, so it came down to a 1v1 between the teams there. UNH nearly had it. Castle barricades up on those highway windows again. You can see Osa getting set up as well. Maybe a little bit of drama here about some skins going on.
Going for a drive. Set shield on the window. RCE set.
You have located a bomb.
Once again, starting to get this western wall open on the outside. Striker working to get those. Oh, the Bandit trick does actually manage to come through just in time, shutting off that thermite charge. Meanwhile, that Osa shield on the window does get blown off.
Coming up.
Bandit trick does actually get one there. I'm not sure if he got both. It might have.
Reloading ammo.
If so, they're going to be out of thermite charges. Ooh, the peek from Cash nearly finds Tuba. Osa getting a shield set back up on the server room window. Did spot one hiding behind that server cache. Time ticking down here to about 1:30 to go. Both teams still 5v5, still at full strength here. Osa did take a little bit of damage earlier. Oh, but the Osa shield did get dropped in just in time to knock the Osa down. Meanwhile, Tuba Immediately swings over to the construction window as he started taking fire from there and does secure the first kill of the round. UNH up 5v4, but two members of UNH very low HP here. Thermite falling to that castle. 4v4 down to a minute to go. Not a lot of health on this UNH team here. Oh, the Wamai behind that server stack finds one. Give Castle a second kill onto the Flores. Thatcher and Striker, the only two remaining, as this Nova team just keeps running between these windows, trading back and forth. Give a triple kill to Wamai. Swings out perfectly to find the two UNH members left alive, stuck trying to deal with the off angles they're being attacked from. Nova goes up 4-1 over UNH.
We need to locate a bomb.
Sixth round getting underway here. Going to see Nova returning to server cash room. UNH did manage to win that round earlier in the third round. Could see them do it here again, keeping the score close into this halftime.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. A bomb must be located and defused.
UNH running a pretty similar comp to the last time they were on this, or had to fight this site. You see a Nomad getting brought up this time. Bit extra the entry denial. Getting those EMPs tossed down early, but that Tubaru Bandit mix is going to probably play into part here. Yep, there's the first freeze. Did you see a run out from Castle on the far west side? Meanwhile, the Bandit battery coming through, destroying the first thermite charge. Gonna have two more of those Tubaru canisters along with plenty more batteries. Oh, meanwhile, Tuba, the RCXD, finding a kill. Tuba with the swing, though, evens it back up, taking out Striker. That's unfortunate. Two of Tuba's RCs are going to get frozen on the rooftop by the Tuba. Not what you want to see happen to your utility early. Just a minute 45 left to go. Both teams in a 4v4. Mute jammer. Plenty of entry denial from this, or gadget denial, sorry. Ooh, Nitrocell over the top. Maybe not lofted where they wanted it to, but they do know that one member of Nova at least is pinned on this catwalk at an awkward angle. Did take quite a bit of damage. You see it splatter on the wall, but Tuber out in the swing out gets a double kill off of Thermite. Meanwhile, air jab, one of them goes off. They do spot one on that first floor of the castle, doing some pretty good damage to Nomad. You do hear one downed on the catwalk as well. Good play from Tuba there to find his second kill of the round. Nomad getting the final, or finishing off that down person on the catwalk. Meanwhile, give Tuber out his triple.
Loading new mag.
Finds the Nomad on the stairs. They never got that default cam. That information might have been vital. Uguay being aggressive, pushing out the site. That off angle from Tuba and Cash, unable to find the connection on Tuba. You do hear Nitrocell getting pulled. Doesn't find anybody. He's on the soft floor below. Tuba now has the information of where they're going to be at. Uguay taking some heavy damage from that red staircase. Tuba looking for that angle through the floor, blown up by that Nitrocell. Gonna grab the fuser and run over to the window to get the bomb planted.
One friendly operator
But the
remaining.
mute with the SMG-11 finds the kill into Uguay. He was very low. Tuba full HP, no utility. On the swing out does find his
Op 4
kill,
eliminated. Friendly mission
giving
successful.
UNH another round and put them back in this game at 2-4. Right as we go into the role swap here, UNH gonna get their first chance to show what they can do on defense here. Both teams gonna have their bans come out. You just see UNH taking out Maverick and Ace. Nova quickly knocking out Kaid and Azami. Both teams putting up similar bans, as UNH will start in the bedroom garage, or bedroom gym, sorry, on that second floor, bringing along that castle for those highway windows. Valkyrie, you could see a roam from UNH, maybe Valkyrie and Pulse on the first floor, Nitro cells ready to deny plant.
Camera in position.
Black guys getting set up all around the place. Tuba rocking Pulse shotgun, that's not something you see very often. Pulse UMP, usually the go-to choice for most players. Meanwhile, Demon getting the reinforcements set up for the team. You see that Valkyrie maybe roaming out towards that first floor. Maybe you see Uguay play on site with his shotgun just for those tight, close angles. Jaeger AES is being put up on that drone hole to stop any grenades from being thrown through the area. Demon gonna actually prep this castle barricade in the gym. You hear those barricades on the outside windows starting to get popped open as Tuba, looking through the pulse monitor, does spot one.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
Surveying for hostiles.
Mag.
Does seem like UNH is opting for this more turtle game style, as the thermite
Heartbeat sensor
over towards construction starts opening a wall. Jaeger in the meantime taking quite a lot of damage, possibly from one of these windows. Tuba getting a hash prepped in case he needs to drop early.
deploying heartbeat sensor.
Does spot two out on the highway. Gonna look for a nitro over the gym equipment here, maybe out the window to find one. Meanwhile, Valkyrie finding the first blood for UNH, knocking Nova down to only 4 players. The Zafia on the highway trying to flush Tuba out with the explosives, knocking open that faraway barricade. Oh, what a peek from Tuba. Pops up, pops down, finds one. 5v3 now. Second Dokkaebi call comes out. Maybe the first, I might be misremembering. Meanwhile, Zafia getting the first kill for Nova, finding it on Uguay, knocking that castle out as a minute ticks down. The first concussion coming out for Zafia. Looks like Tuba maybe getting hit in the toes there. Oh no, getting hit from construction as the Nomad swung out. Valkyrie does get the trade back. 3v2 now, 50 seconds to go. Nova not out onto the site yet. UNH staying strong. Ooh, good positioning from Valkyrie. Spots the Zafia on the jump in and then spots one coming up the stairs but runs out of ammo. Swaps to the Deagle looking to find him. It's 2v1 now as the Dokkaebi finds one kill onto the Jaeger. But Demon gonna clean it up with the Bandit. UNH goes up to a 3-4 now, bringing this game back to almost tied. Winning their first round on defense.
Camera feed up and running. Securing the wall. Activating camera.
Reinforcements in place.
Eighth round underway here. UNH gonna go that CCTV cash room, staying on second floor. Looks like basement might be their last option.
Bomb
You see
location.
Tuba returning to Pulse, sticking with that shotgun. The rest of the lineup for UNH is gonna be pretty much the same, with the exception of 2 Brown instead of Castle. Uwe gonna have some fun playing with that AR-15. Gonna be playing up on this catwalk, it looks like. taking advantage of that defender's ACOG.
New camera feed up and running.
Device activated.
Do you see a Monty from Nova getting set up in that doorway, making sure nobody attempts the run out, starting to push up towards Catwalk, staying in the corner. We're gonna prep the Nitrocell as Tuba first to fall to the sledge. Meanwhile, Demon taking some pretty big damage. Nitrocell from Uguay does not manage to find the kill onto Monty. Throws a freeze at him, slow him down, stop him from pushing up the staircase. Swings out to try to peek out of that entry hole. Does tag the Dokkaebi, but then gets swung by the sledge, buying his second kill onto Uguay up on the catwalk. 3v5 now as time ticks down to 1:45. Ooh, the hatch from the first floor nearly finding the Valkyrie on the swing out. UNH kind of getting squeezed from all angles here. Second Dokkaebi called around, gonna come out, try to flush out the rest of this team into the open area. This Monty's just causing issues for this UNH team as Diffuser actually manages to get planted. Valkyrie gonna fall to Thermite. 1v5 now as the Sledge gets his third kill onto Jaeger. All left to Demon, sitting on about 20 HP with Bandit, no Nitrocell. Gets swung by the Ash, who's been lurking on that first floor. UNH going to lose round 8, going down 5-3. Or going down 3-5 rather. Round 9 underway. It looks like they want to try basement this time.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
UNH gotta get this basement set up, taking advantage of a lack of a mirror ban from Nova. Gonna use those black mirrors to their advantage to keep some sight lines open with the safety of reinforcements. Mute gonna be their only sort of gadget denial here, no Bandit or Kaid. Kaid being banned, of course, by Nova. Do have a Rooney as well to maybe deny and slow down some of these pushes. You're gonna see Tuba returning to Pulse once again. As well as Fenrir gonna wrap it up for a trap operator. Maybe not wanting to deal with Monty at all. Which is, I mean, a fair assessment. Shields are annoying in this game. Once again, UNH gonna keep with this playstyle of sticking towards points here. Not a lot of roams. Meanwhile, Tuba taking a whole lot of damage early. Nearly suffering the fate of being first blood, but keeping himself alive. See that blue hallway hatch going to be opened. These mirrors gonna hopefully work out in their favor as they try to hold some off angles here. Demon trying to catch any that come down blue stairs as Uguay spots a few drones being brought in for Nova. Looks like bar hatch is also open, but those Fenrirs behind him will give Uguay that quick second of alert he'll need to spin back around. Time ticking down to 1:30 to go. First Dokkaebi called around, gonna come out as this still remains a 5v5. Uguay just gonna run to the mute jammer to shut the phone off. You hear that? A Rooney gate.
Someone exposed you.
A Rooney gate's starting to get popped open by some utility. Those Grim Bees start flying out on the site. Uguay is going to get spotted by the first batch. Just gonna run back into it, maybe trying to bait a swing or two. Has to be cautious of playing off this angle here as he is open to blue hallway. Gonna get the dread mine set up in blue hallway to give him the second of alert as Mute actually goes down over on the A site. The Rooney gate's gonna be reset now. Second Dokkaebi call comes out. Meanwhile, Sledge does finally finish off Demon on that Mute, getting the first blood. Nova going up 5-4 early. Not early. We're down to 30 seconds as the Rooney cleans it back up, making a 4v4. Fenrir goes down from off angle, pushing up on this mirror here. Uguay falling to the Hibana. Nitrocell from Mirror going to come out, not going to find the kill. 15 seconds on the clock. A lot of angles being pushed at once. And Dokkaebi trying to play, drawing rush into sight. Does find one. Mirror manages to secure the kill. Sledge picks up 2 more to secure the round for Nova. Yeah, UNH just getting squeezed there at the end as time ran out. Going down 3-6. I believe, yeah, it's going to be match point now. They're going to have to win every round from here on out if they don't want to let Nova take first game. Tenth round underway. UNH going to return to that gym bedroom site. Bring along a pretty similar lineup to last time, except the addition of Legion. No pulse this time. I'll be honest, I completely missed who they banned there. I assume Nova knocked out Mira. Doesn't look like,
5 seconds to insertion.
Never mind, I thought UNH didn't have anybody to make rotates, but they do have Castle and that Super Shorty to make the rotates they need. Uguay being forced to kind of run around the map and do all of the rotates for the entire sideline. Once again, Nova going to get started on opening up those barricades early. Legion taking a bit of damage as he tries to rotate back towards A site. Demon keeping a close watch on these northern stairs here as you hear the thermite charges starting to go off towards that construction area. 2 minutes to go now. Oh, 4v5 now is Tuba first to fall to a Zofia. No more Legion traps gonna get thrown down as Zofia finds a second and is finally shut down by Valkyrie. 3v4 for you. Make that a 2v4 as the Pixel Peak knocks out Demon, but Valkyrie getting her second kill. Making it a 2v3 with 1:35 to go. The Deimos tracking from below, finding Uguay. Seems like those Dokkaebi maybe starting to take over the cameras as Deimos from beneath is trying to find Valkyrie through the soft floor, but unable to do so. He's looking for it, trying to get an angle to maybe tap. Oh, the grenade from below gonna get thrown up and actually down the Valkyrie. He wasn't expecting it to carry itself that far. Is it down pretty much just Uguay? He's not going to be able to cross on the res. Pre-fire from Deimos, unable to find Uguay as he finds his first kill in the round, making it a 1v2. 50 seconds to go. Here's the Legion Mine getting, going off in the distance as he's trying to find his way back to site. Maybe stop the defuse, but Twitch with the 417 is going to shut that down. Nova going to take the first match here, going up 7-3 over UNH. We're going to be back for our second match here. Going to be Nighthaven Labs. UNH going to start on attack once again. I lied. They might be starting on defense. It looks like Tuba forgot to swap sides. We're going to refresh that lobby and get the sides swapped back to the correct ones before they start this matchup. Alright, we're back once again. Nighthaven Labs UNH is going to be starting on defense this time, as they should have been the first round. Small little delay there, but it's alright. We'll be right back into it. See UNH hopefully mount a comeback to make their record in the season go up to 1-2. So far, some pretty similar bands to the last game. We see Maverick and Kaid each being taken off the board. UNH not wanting to deal with these easy, hard breachers. You do see that UNH is going to be banning Ram next as Nova knocks out both Entry Denial here, knocking out Kaid and Bandit. No chance to electrify walls as UNH focuses more on the soft floors. First round about to get underway here as UNH finishes up their preparations, getting those mirrors set up, keeping those sight lines open. Gonna bring that 2-brow along for some sort of wall denial. 2 trap operators with that cap can. Zombie and Valkyrie gonna round out their lineup. Hear those early walls starting to get taken down. The 2-brow freeze is coming through to try to prevent those for a bit longer. First blood, Tuba finding one up on that first floor, it sounds like. No, never mind, I lied. He's still in the basement. But he did find first blood, knocking Nova down. Only 4 players remaining. Uguay on this Mira does spot one out in the breach hole. As speaking of Mira, she's very low HP, I think near 1 HP. Does finally get taken out by the Dekebi. 4v4, make that a 3v4 as Valkyrie also finds the Dekebi. Falls to Dekebi. Meanwhile, Striker finding one. Tuba, unfortunately, gonna fall, leaving it up to just Uguay and Capcan. Oh, that Blackbeard, that's just gonna be a pain in UNH's. Okay. A little bit of friendly fire there from Capcan. Gonna take out Uguay and then Striker with the double kill to finish it off. UNH going to lose this first round. Going down 0-1 here, that
Protect the bombs.
UNH gonna opt for the second floor this time, sticking up in that command center. You see him bringing a pretty similar lineup, 2-brow Zombie and Mira all making a return, but swapping in a Doc and a Rooney this time.
Time to redecorate. Laser get in position.
Down to 10 seconds.
Wall secured.
5 seconds to insertion. You must protect your bombs from being defused by Op 4.
Round getting underway properly here as UNH stays up towards their site once again, sticking towards this turtle-like playstyle. You don't ever see any really big roams out of UNH's Tuba once again gonna get the round kicked off with the first blood. Thermite charge, meanwhile, gonna go off towards this IT room wall. Uguay gonna get taken out by the thermite, bringing it back down to a 4v4. Gonna be an even match for both sides here. UNH playing some tight angles and just kind of waiting for Nova to start pushing in as Deimos finding the second kill for Nova, taking out a Rooney. 3v4 now, 2 minutes to go. A lot of pressure starting to squeeze around this UNH team. They all have to kind of come together and consolidate. Demon trying to place Pixel Peak, unable to find it as a smoke grenade start being popped. Might see some extra shields start rushing through. Nova did play Monty on that clubhouse map, and they brought Blackbeard in on that last round. Demon on Doc, trying to play some off angles here to get some maybe 1 or 2 kills. Meanwhile, Tuba with 2, give 1 to Mira. Deimos, meanwhile, falling 1 on Tuba. 2v1 now. Quick little bit of chaos there. Minute 30 to go. It seems like they have information on where this Deimos might be. Doc maybe trying to stim up Mira. There we go. Both members of UNH now going to be full HP. You probably see them try to play together to trade off. You don't want to take a 1v1 gunfight here. You got the number advantage. Meanwhile, Deimos going to put the track up on Mira as time ticks down to a minute. Not sure if UNH has diffuser or not, but you do see Mira kind of hesitantly trying to push out, maybe get the peek on Deimos. He cuts off the tracker before he swings. Doc in the back angle trying to get the peek. Grenade coming through. Thank God you can't cook those anymore. Would have split the end for Mira 40 seconds to go. Oh, the pixel nearly taking Mira's head off. Both members from UNH playing back on these angles and just waiting for Deimos to push in, making the smart play. 20 seconds to go now. Time is ticking down for this last remaining Nova attacker, and Mira cleaning the round up, finishing it off. UNH brings it back to 1-1. Good little shuffle there to keep the Deimos close, not allowing him to play the 1v1s.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
UNH gonna go back to the basement here, bringing a pretty similar comp as to last time. Valkyrie, Tubrau, Azami, Rooney, and Mira gonna be riding out their layup. These Black Mirrors getting set up to watch between the sites here. Gonna see how UNH adjusts and performs compared to the last time they came down here to basement.
I make it work, Azami.
Hopefully no friendly fire this time. That was a bit rough, but Nova also did have some friendly fire incidents in the first round, so. Two minutes, 30 seconds to go as round gets started off properly. UNH taking this time to try to get some intel off cameras. You just see Demon kind of lurking with those. Having a black eye set up around the map does spot the initial push in. Azami playing with the open floor there, maybe trying to get an early peek. See if the drone spots that floor. They do spot Deimos coming around the corner to take out the camera. First blood gonna be Azami, or yeah, Rooney. No. Tuba, anyway, gonna find the first blood for UNH up through that floor peek, I assume. Make it 2. Don't think Nova expected that, and maybe they didn't play off of that, or maybe they tried to get confident and peek down onto him. Now Deimos is going to come out to track the Azami. Have to be careful of those soft floors, especially with how much damage that revolver can do. They don't have a dock this time in case anybody gets too injured. Tuba playing confidently, just trying to fight this Deimos through the floor. He's not scared of him. Oh, but he does take some shots there. Very low HP now is Tuba, trying to rotate back towards site maybe. Do spot Thermite pushing down the stairs. Demon holding this angle from the mirror. They have those live pings going out. Waiting for this Thermite to commit to the peak. Unable to find him through the wall as Demon's forced back through the floor. As Deimos shoots Samir open through the floor. The first Kebi call comes out. Still a 5v3 as you tick down to a minute to go. UNH in a strong spot to win here. Those buzzes continue to go off for the phone. Taking a bit of damage. Tries to throw the Nitro Cell. Demon on the swing out, unable to find the Thermite. That MPX just not doing enough damage. Make it a 4v3. Make it a 3v3 as Dekebi finds one. Make it a 3v2. Maybe a 2v2 now. Make it a 2v2. Dekebi and Deimos, the last two standing, I believe, for Nova as well. UNH, meanwhile, sitting with just the Tubrau and the Azami. A lot of DMRs going out here. Is all that remains now is Tuba on the Aruni. Finds one on the Deimos, or one on the Dekebi. All that's left now is Deimos at life ping coming out for both sides. The grenade going to flush Tuba away, and then through the wall, the life ping from Deimos just a little too strong. Trying to rotate away from that frag does spell the end, and Nova goes up 2-1 over UNH. UNH gonna try their hand at basement once again here, bringing the same exact lineup except swapping in a Legion this time. Maybe trying to play off some better traps here to get better intel and slow the push down. Nova likes to kind of push all in together at once instead of like methodically fighting off for different angles. Nova's not scared to take these gunfights with UNH. They don't play for those early advantages, and it kind of clashes with UNH's system. UNH likes to play slow and get 1 or 2 picks before committing to a push.
Laser gate.
5 seconds left.
Home improved.
Op 4 has yet to locate a bomb.
Thermite charge is gonna go off the 2 brow from Uguay, just not landing in time.
Reloading.
Nova playing a bit faster with these hard breachers maybe. 2 minutes 30 seconds to go, and those walls are already starting to get opened. Uguay and Tuba both trying to play this long angle, trying to play with the advantage of their ACOGs. Meanwhile, Buck from above starting to open up some of these soft floors. Maybe Nova's going for a bit more of a vertical take. Another thermite charge going off in the distance toward that A site. Uguay just waiting for someone to peek out through this breach here as Legion wrapping back around tries to find one through it. Sounds like a breach hole. Sounds like a fight with the Aruni dumping a mag out. No deaths yet so far as we tick down to a minute 45. First Dekebi call from Nova gonna fly out at the same time. Buck once again from above is Legion first to fall, Tuba falling to that thermite. Meanwhile, the breach hole nearly finding Uguay's head, but is able to stay alive as Buck is continuing to just rain down from that first floor. Uguay could be in a bit of a pickle here if he just starts shotgunning in the right areas, but it looks like that skeleton key is just going to keep missing the mark. That finally putting it right above that mirror and popping it open. Making the safety of Uguay's position lessen now. Too many angles to look at above and front, behind, to the left. Rest of UNH staying strong around site. Nobody dying yet either as you take down to a minute. Still a 4v5. It does suck to lose Tuba's Legion mines kind of early. There's probably still a few on the map, but you won't have any more flying out as Tubrow goes down and is finished off by the Buck from above. Taking some extra damage as Demon from above. That Buck is just upstairs. It's just a little too strong. Nobody's able to go out and flank, especially with those Nomads as Thermite finds one on the Valkyrie, make it a 2v5 with 40 seconds to go, make it a 1v5. The grenade doesn't actually finish him off, but the IQ swinging around the corner knocks down Mira. Dekebi going to get the final blow as Aruni finds one, make it 2, but is unable to clutch out the round as IQ finishes the round off. UNH going down 1-3. Yeah, Nighthaven Labs, just not a fun map to defend in my opinion. If you're not second floor, basement's just not really fun to hold. First floor is difficult. But UNH gonna go back up to the second floor. They've liked it a lot. Been doing really well on that second floor site.
Protect the bombs.
UNH starting to get their prep up for the round 5 here. You see Tuba returning to that pulse shotgun mix. UNH also going to bring back Doc, Tubrow, Valkyrie, and Mira. They've seen a lot of those agents in their comps so far. They've been liking how it works for them.
10 seconds to insertion.
Air compression.
Down to 5 seconds. Op 4
Saying
has
Tuba
located the bomb.
with the perfect product placement in his face cam there. If UNH had some sponsors, that would be the goated spot right there.
I'm reloading.
Round getting underway properly here. Units once again gonna keep playing. They like that like to play around sight. You never see them roaming too far away or running any really large flank routes. Ooh, we're gonna be playing a long angle from this staircase and warehouse, looking both towards that breach and towards the garage opening there. Tuba does spot one on that pulse scanner, maybe trying to find an angle here to get them kills with that pistol he was talking about in that first game. Might see him peek out from this doorway, does start spraying through the wood, unable to find it, alerted them to his position, might have to play back a little bit. Meanwhile, Cali, going to be the pick for Nova, maybe knock out some of the util through those hard walls. Oh, the Cali's actually going to knock out the Mira, that's what that is used for. That's a good counter by Nova to try to delay the... to just kind of cripple that defense in the knees, taking away some sight lines. As Tuba does hear one start to come open through this window, Grim Bees are going to be thrown in onto site, forcing the team to kind of play in awkward angles away from there where they might want to play. Minute 30 about to hit the clock as we remain in a 5v5, but the pressure around site is starting to kind of collapse in on UNH. The first to fall is Valkyrie. Eamon falling to that Grim. Tuba with the shotgun in the distance trying to tear up something but unable to find a kill. Mira, meanwhile, laying prone, just watching, but from below, the hatch just gets shot open. Taking a little bit of by a little bit of damage, I mean a lot. Thankfully, they have that dock on standby with the stims to keep the Mira up in good health. Just a little bit of damage to someone out on that catwalk, unable to find the head tap. Meanwhile, Tuba with that shotgun, making it work for himself as he finds one. Makes it two on the flank, and it pays off good for him. 4v3, 45 seconds to go. Ooh, but Uwe gets shut down by that Cali. You can't really outplay that distance on the sniper rifle. Do you miss stim there? It's kind of... lands it this time. Tuba getting back up to full HP. He's going to have to be careful playing these angles, especially with that Cali. Sounds like there's a shield operator clanging around on catwalk there. Down to 15 seconds. Nova's going to have to really put up the pressure here. Ooh, Mira unable to find the head on the IQ, or the Grim, I think. The Grim finding a 3-piece to knock UNH down another round. Nova taking it 4-1. Sorry, make that a 4-piece on the round for the Grim. UNH nearly had it there. The time was ticking down low, but they kind of had the Pulse and Doc stacked up on that same angle. Since nobody was able to knock that Grim out before he could wide swing, it just spelled the end. UNH going to return to that second floor again. Try to take some more rounds before they are forced to go on the attack.
Secure the bombs.
Wall secured.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defense accordingly.
UNH getting their prep set up for the second floor. Do you see them swapping out Doc for Thunderbird this time, getting those heals set up on the map instead of forcing people to rotate to him for those heals?
Bomb located by Op.
Bringing back Mira, Pulse, and Tuber once again. What a risky play from Uguay. Bullets whizzing past his head as he forces the reinforcement to go down. The door next to him being shot open on the swing, unable to find the kill. A quick first blood as Ash shuts down Uguay before it can even really get started. Gonna see Nova probably play aggressively now that they have this player advantage. Knocking those Rooney gates out with the drones. Getting that ace charge thrown quickly onto that Mira. That reminded me of the old QE lean spam with how fast that ace popped in and out. Grim utility also being used as the drone starting to spot Demon sitting behind the reinforcements here. Not really able to play out on this angle. Smoke grenades come out. The Cali also throwing out some utility. Time ticking down to 2 minutes as the pressure around UNH is already kind of suffocating them. They're all kind of stuck together in these same areas. You see both Thunderbird and Tuba here kind of stuck in the same spot as Demon unfortunately does catch a bullet from that Cali to the head, unable to outrange that sniper. Meanwhile, make it a double for Cali, taking out Tuba. Ace does find one on the Mira, all resting on Thunderbird's shoulder, but unable to clutch out the 1v5. UNH going down 1-5 for this half on defense. Going to be swapping to attack yet. We have not seen what they can do on Nighthaven for attack, so, you know. I'd put my money on a comeback. I'm confident that UNH has some sort of plan in motion for attacking on Nighthaven. Notoriously difficult map to defend, in my opinion, which completely eliminates the use of the word notorious, but not a fun map to defend, you know. Second floor is pretty much the only good site. Basement difficult, especially if you don't have anybody playing on that first floor to stop those vertical takedowns.
We need to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb.
Drone phase for UNH's first attack round starting to tick down as they maybe start to cement their lineup here a bit. You see him bringing out that Thatcher Thermite combo. Pinnacle of Rainbow Six Siege.
10 seconds before insertion. 5 seconds. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse.
Do see that Blackbeard pick coming out for UNH, maybe trying to get back at Nova for using those shields as they did in that first round and then that first match. You see Uguay starting to look towards his first floor, maybe look on a flank or just a different attack angle. Looks like Uguay wants to play towards warehouse. Somebody up on the catwalk is throwing a couple rounds at him. Gets the floor open beneath it and finds a quick first blood on the bandit to shut down any sort of bandit tricking. Good play from Uguay there to give an early advantage to UNH. Oh, but the Legion is on that first floor and it doesn't look like Uguay thought he would be there. Make it a double for Legion as it looks like he ran back up. Or he got him through that hold that Uguay had made to get that first kill. You know, Blackbeard getting spotted by those Fenrir drones, trying to keep himself safe without exposing himself to the Wamai as he swings out. Legion mines. Nova unintentionally has a really good lineup against shield operators as Blackbeard trying to push back away from the fight. Does get caught through the breach hole by one. 2v4. Minute 45, Thermite taking a whole bunch of damage. Demon kind of stuck in this corner. Striker, meanwhile, does find one, gets shut down by Legion from an angle. But what a flick from Thermite. Demon catching his second kill in the round. Make it a 1v2. Make it a 1v1 as Demon finds a third. A minute 30 to go with Diffuser in hand. This round looks good, but that bulletproof camera is staring him down. Looks like they had some live pings here maybe on where the mute might be. This is very risky. Demon does not have a lot of HP and that mute shotgun is notorious for doing heavy damage. He needs to play longer angles against this mute as the Nitrocell does manage to get wasted. That's big. That's a big part of the utility gone now. Minute left to go and Demon's playing patient, trying to drone out, trying to figure out where mute might be hiding with that shotgun. Lot of pressure on Demon's shoulder to clutch out this 1v1. Knows that bulletproof camera in IT is just going to keep snitching on him. Looks like a Fenrir mine outside might have given a little bit of information to this mute. You see that shotgun, like I mentioned, being used even from two doorways away. 30 seconds ago, Demon getting a bit aggressive, pre-firing through those doorways, maybe trying to get the kill as mute. Oh, gets to swing out. Maybe so many live pings from the cameras. It just spells the end for that round for UNH, and an unfortunate Unfortunate way to go out of that one. Huge good play from Demon though. He nearly had it. That triple kill was amazing to see. Huge flick onto Amayo as he ran right by him. We'll be on match point here. UNH is in a pretty tough spot. It is game point as well. If they lose this this match, they will lose the game to Nova. Pretty interesting comp they selected for the initial phase here. You'd probably see them swapping it up in the drone phase as they discover some intel about what Nova's lineup might look like.
You need to locate a bomb. Seconds to insertion. 5 seconds before insertion. You must locate and defuse a bomb.
Ooh, UNH has a pretty interesting lineup here. You see the Blitz, Lion, Finka. You might see a heavy rush from UNH here.
The diffuser has been
Bringing that Striker along well just for some sort of utility. Some roam denial with that Nomad. You could see a big rush here combining the Finka Lion scan. Operation Chimera out here with the Finka Lion duo. Ooh, a Finka Lion duo. I can sometimes speak English. It looks like Nova might be on the first floor, based on the reinforcements from what I've seen. Unclear to me though. They are going to be basement, but they might have 1 or 2 roaming around this first floor. Definitely have to be careful of that, especially if they do plan on trying some sort of blitz rush. Looks like Finka might be droning ahead for that blitz as the first line scan comes out. 2 more sitting in the chamber ready to go. Air jabs flying out as well to make sure nobody flanks while they're trying to get a rush maybe. There's no more rush. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's just a game at this point. Anyway, down to a minute 45 to go. 5v5. The line scan did catch, I believe, a few pings there. The Zombie and Tuba both being spotted at some point. Tuba pushed up pretty aggressive, but they do have Legion. It looks like there's an angle from above watching that doorway that Tuba just tried to walk through. Has to be very careful of those Legion mines too. Those things are shield killers. His first blood goes to the Azami, but UNH quickly comes back. Nomad first to fall. Defender 4. Nova falls as well. 4v4, a minute 15 to go. Uguay and Tuba starting to push out towards this A site. You see Tuba starting to maybe drone out a bit for Uguay. Line scan, second one gonna come out. Think Boost, I believe, are still cocked and ready to go. Looks like they're trying to get him to the softball. Uguay doesn't manage to find any. Another ping coming out towards that A site. A couple of live pings here, maybe trying to spot and identify a few of them. Ooh, some big damage from the Tuba. Shuts down Tuba before he can even get through the door. Finka unable to make the trade as Lion falls to Legion. The swing out from the flank from Ella, meanwhile, finds one. Finka now going down, and the final kill going to the Ella. And that will spell the end of this match for UNH. They will go down 0-2 to the Nova Nighthawks. And I believe that will be all for tonight. UNH did have a good showing, just unfortunate. The differing play styles between the two teams, it didn't spell well for UNH. Nova seeming to play more aggressive. UNH likes to kind of play towards their site, get some early advantages. Meanwhile, Nova's just that all-out aggressive kind of rabid dog. But I would like to thank everybody for joining us tonight for Rainbow Six Siege Varsity stream.